Have you ever felt like there are some games out there that seem like they're an exact copy of something else, so you never try it because you already experienced the first game, but then you go and try the copy anyways and turns out it's much better than you anticipated? No, I'm not talking about Rock Band copying Guitar Hero or Candy Crush copying Bejeweled. I'm talking about the mobile AR games Pokemon Go and Jurassic World Alive. Pokemon Go is a mobile game that came out in 2016 that allowed players to traverse the world catching Pokemon using augmented reality. The combination of the Pokemon franchise with relatively new technology of the game made for a hit mobile game. Within its first year, it had gained over 500 million downloads. It has now gained over 1 billion downloads worldwide. Most people have heard of this game if they haven't played it themselves. It was even popular enough to make it on the news and to cause massive stampedes for rare Pokemon in parks, especially in cities. Jurassic World Alive is a game in many ways very similar to Pokemon Go, but it was released in 2018. The game allowed players to also traverse the world and gather DNA from dinosaurs, very similarly to catching Pokemon. The biggest difference, though, is the lack of knowledge that Jurassic World Alive exists and the massive fan base of Pokemon that exists from previous Pokemon games, movies, and shows. Both games center mostly around collecting as many of the creatures as you can, either by Pokeballs or using darts to collect DNA. At launch, Pokemon Go only had most of the first-gen Pokemon, which had only around 150, except the legendaries weren't made catchable until later through raids. Jurassic World Alive had around 100 dinosaurs to start, including several hybrid dinosaurs as well, like the Indominus Rex. Pokemon Go now has over 500 Pokemon in-game, and Jurassic World Alive only has 174. This would make most assume that Pokemon Go is outcompeting Jurassic World Alive, but that's not necessarily true. Pokemon Go has lost most of its active users since 2016 due to the infrequent updates. Not only this, but raids were and continue to be a thing only large groups of people who get together to play Pokemon Go can actually do, and with the decrease in active users, it is hard for just anyone to even enjoy a whole section of their game. While Jurassic World Alive is younger and could still follow in Pokemon's footsteps, so far, it doesn't seem to be. Jurassic World Alive is updated almost weekly with new events and often gets additions to the list of dinos to catch. The Jurassic World game even feels more like an actual Pokemon game than Pokemon Go does. They have an entire battling system which includes different types of dinosaurs with different types of attacks. Some are fast, some have lots of health, some have abilities that only activate when hit or when switched to mid-fight. Some have attacks that last multiple rounds. Yes, I said rounds like in the actual Pokemon games, where strategy is involved, unlike Pokemon Go, where battling is for the most part just being able to tap really fast on the screen. Jurassic World Alive has things called incubators all over their map for you to battle and obtain stronger rewards. They have a worldwide battle arena in which you battle other players to gain a worldwide ranking, which during tournament seasons helps you to obtain incubators with giant rewards. They also have groups called alliances, which are essentially clans made by actual players in which you can communicate with other players, trade DNA with them, test different strategies through battling others, and even alliance goals that you can all work towards to gain large rewards for the whole alliance weekly. While both games are enjoyable in their own ways, and of course share the mobile game standard of monetization wherever possible, I believe Jurassic World Alive has managed to create a game that will maintain players far longer than Pokemon Go is able to, by allowing players to create their own communities and being able to communicate within said communities in-game. Not only this, but Pokemon Go has created a collect them all game in which once people have collected them all or are too bored to grind for them, they stop. Whereas Jurassic World Alive has this same collect them all idea, but with so much more added on top to make the collection of dinosaurs worth grinding for so that you can win more battles and or show them off to your friends and even rival alliances. While Pokemon Go and Jurassic World Alive are two of the first biggest games of these types, I'm sure we will see more of them in the future, as we have seen with the recent Harry Potter Wizards Unite game that released this June. I'm Dean, now back to the show.